whole Remy and Pap situation. None of it was true.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Even though this man is almost pleading for a divorce, why is Remy Ma unwilling to let him go? Is he actually being held hostage by her? With the streets observing, it's no longer only about love. Not to make it appear brand new, there are speculations that Pap may be battling for the alimony payment. While she was confined, this man stood 10 toes down for her, safeguarded her name, and held it down like a genuine one. Now that the black captain has gone on with 2 younger women, Remy is out here cuddling up to him and stacking her bread. Remy still won't let Pap leave. Who's willing to lose it, you know? This is truly random. Claressa. Protectors, Sis has been displaying her love for Pap in the cutest yet most sensual way possible, even if she isn't performing. She sent a birthday message on Instagram the other day that had everyone talking. Happy birthday, King Pap. I truly value your insight, humor, music, and life. That was wonderful, but let's not deny that Claressa is special. Although they may cause pain, she is utilizing both physical and symbolic birthday punches. I wish that God grants you many more years and even faster hands, as this is the day you get all of your birthday punches. Pap has been begging for this divorce, so it's not like he hasn't tried. Remy always finds a way to add drama before simply signing the papers, even though we haven't spoken once or twice. That is not true. Don't think this is simply idle chatter. There are receipts available. Remember how Pap felt pressured when Remy revealed the messages he and Claressa had been exchanging? Oh, it was like boiling tea in terms of communication. Claressa was obviously irritated that Pap had not even informed her that he had returned home. She told him directly, "You're the one who's married," and he felt safe. The slime, the dirt, and the reality, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know that you made it home safely if you can at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person. Claressa said, and she wasn't kidding. She remarked, "Sis just wants her man to be safe, and honestly, that's not too much to ask." But Remy provided clarification. She even said that she had recordings of Pap abusing her and that he had threatened to report her to the authorities. Although Pap denied all of this, he did acknowledge, "Oh, he was truthful, that Remy is just. Even though I'm sorry," he continued, "keep in mind that this is not a one-sided story." At Christmas 2023, Easy, the block captain, made fun of Remy by pretending that her marriage wasn't complete. As you are all aware, she essentially confessed her love for him during the rap battle. So even when you're in love with someone else, why are you still hesitant to let Pap go? Someone needs to give an explanation. If you thought it was a disaster, however, wait. Claressa and Pap didn't hold back on achieving their relationship objectives and giving others brief glimpses into their love lives on Valentine's Day. Sunbathing Pop was out there taking in the surroundings as the first Hawaii Fest got underway. The romanticism and pettiness came from whom? This is actually a soap opera. As you know, Pap is constantly busy with his business, so even on his romantic retreat, he had to keep everyone updated on what was going on. He posted the show on Threads, which was wonderful and included many well-known people. This year, we broke records and made history. Okay, so while Mr. Pap was out there taking care of business, Claressa was out there protecting hearts. She shared a cute video of herself at the beach with her partner. If we try singing just the two of us, we can make it. The cheesiness was even more real than the devotion. There's more, though, since this is where things become serious. Rumor has it that Pap had been planning this romantic getaway for a while. The problem is that he intended to announce his intention formally to take a vacation. To savor this particular event, he reportedly planned to legally file for divorce from Remy before this vacation. He asked Claressa to marry him on Valentine's Day. Whoa, the story becomes more intricate. Imagine Hawaii, where the roaring surf and sunset light up the love in the air. Can you guess who had to ruin such a fantastic plan? Yes, Annie Ma, you're right. Since her relationship with her new lover, Easy the block captain, wasn't working out, she's out here playing games, delaying a divorce, and preventing Pap from moving on. As you may remember, Pat's performance as Claressa entered the ring for her because of their strong friendship, which makes it clear what you're truly afraid of. There are rumors that Remy is hesitant to sign the divorce papers. Love is not as vital as money. Rumor has it that Remy knows Pap is vying for the alimony bag, and that this is not just messy, it's wicked. It appears that she is not trying to cough up that money. You see, the financially weaker spouse usually receives spousal support, commonly called alimony, when one spouse earns more money following a divorce. We shouldn't watch from here. and pretend that it wasn't Pap who kept things together throughout the years. Judges take several variables into account while determining alimony, such as the length of the marriage, the salary discrepancy, and the contributions made by each partner. Based on their past interactions, Remy and Poe began dating in 2004 and stayed together for 11 years, which is more than 10 years. Despite being married in 2008, their relationship legally terminated in 2023. Even worse is the fact that they were married over the phone in 2008 while Remy was in jail. If that isn't commitment, I don't know what is. She was released in 2014, and guess what? He was imprisoned in 2008. They remained. They even celebrated their love with a beautiful broadcast wedding ceremony in 2015, and they had a daughter in 2018. The Mackenzie, now since we're talking about who should get assistance, let's face it, Pap is correct. He helped her through some of the most trying years of Remy's life. Things get pretty difficult at this stage, so let's speak about money. Perhaps Pap is returning for what he is due after all the years of love, support, and dedication. There may be a reason why Remy is hesitant. If so, that's it. Remy. Meg's estimated net worth is $4 million, significantly higher than Pap's estimated net worth. Therefore, she knows Pap is likely going to be entitled to those alimony payments when she looks at those divorce forms. Remy's record sales, reality TV appearances, and clothing business provide a sizable amount of her revenue. Not to mention her critically acclaimed debut album from 2006, which was based on a true tale. Let's not downplay her achievements. In the BET Awards Best Female Hip Hop Artist category, Remy has had 4 nominations and 1 victory. Despite not being as well known as some of her colleagues, she has continuously earned a reputation. Nothing. So although it's true that Remy has money, the actual question is whether she's ready to give it up, since she could have no other choice if Pap gets his way. Let's face it, though, she produced mixtapes while jailed and kept up her career in the music industry. Do you know who was pushing them and making money off of them? When she was unable to maintain her reputation on her own, he was working really hard to make sure that the money continued to flow in and to market her songs so that people were aware of her. Not only is it love, but it's also work, and you can guarantee that Remy makes a lot of money from her job. So when she and Pap eventually left in 2014, they didn't waste any time. Pap certainly helped with those TV checks, so let's not pretend he wasn't the focus of attention like Remy was. In 2018, Remy secured another bag when she launched the Remy Meg collection, but guess who was there to ensure that those TV deals were made? Pap had a crucial role in the plot, their relationship, their hardships, their family conflict, and more. He wasn't only a supporting character. When we discuss how Remy developed her empire, we get to discuss how much Pap worked behind the scenes to help build that brand because, let's be honest, legacy pop, not just love, motivated his actions. In addition to advancing Remy's profession, he was holding her entire world together. Things start to become intriguing at this point. That line was also being strongly pushed by Pap. In a way that other businesses would have had to pay influencers a lot of money to do. He was out there wearing the clothes at events, ensuring that people noticed the brand and bringing attention to it. Escalate further. Jason Scott, Remy's then teenage son, needed someone to stand up for him while she was behind bars, and he was that someone. When Remy couldn't be present, he stepped in as a father figure rather than just checking in. He accepted that responsibility without question. It transcends love. However, once Remy is released from jail, things take a terrible turn. After a deadly event in Queens, New York, in 2021, her son Jason was arrested and charged with significant charges. Among other charges, he was accused of first-degree murder. He was taking care of her child, keeping everything organized, and doing everything he could to get things back to normal while Remy was away, all while keeping the house clean. There is no avoiding this divorce. One thing becomes clear as the narrative progresses. Remy knows that Pap has a compelling case for alimony, which may be the reason Claressa is hesitating, as she isn't the type to just sit back and do nothing when things aren't going her way. And this isn't just a casual affair between her and Pap. But what about Claressa? Because she is playing games and putting off Claressa's entire wedding plan, Remy is appealing. No matter how much Claressa loves Pap, she cannot pursue a relationship with him because he is still legally married to another woman. But when Remy eventually lets him go, the drama comes to an end. Think of yourself as prepared to begin a new life with someone, but there is a major obstacle that will not go away. The issue is made worse by Remy, who continues to lurk in the background and cause trouble whenever she can. But let's face it, if any woman were in Claressa's shoes, she would be immediately incensed. It is tiresome, untidy, and aggravating that she is now being drawn into his predicament with his ex. No one will wait around forever for someone else's drama to end, so you have to wonder how long Claressa will tolerate this before demanding some real answers and some real action. But I want to ask you all this. Is Remy truly clinging to Pap because she still loves him, or is this a ruse to get the alimony money she knows will come? Is Claressa really going to put up with all of this craziness, or will she finally grow tired and go? Finally, how long should Pap wait for Remy to arrive? Release him. I would appreciate it if you could leave a comment below with your opinion on this. To ensure you never miss the tea, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and enable the alerts while you're at it. Watch the following video on your screen. It's really messy. I promise you won't want to miss what comes next. Now tap in.